Hiya. So a bit of a tough love video coming up this week. I spent, well, I'm 51 next week. I spent 46 years not living my life. I spent 46 years of blowing it. I spent 46 years of being very overweight to the point where I got 7.5 stone overweight and was very obese. And thank goodness found Cambridge Weight Plan where I managed to lose my weight. And I look back now on the big me that made that decision to lose the weight and think I'm very thankful to big me because now I'm much happier. But I spend a lot of time in the job that I do pondering over what it is that makes people stumble over their weight loss. And so it's going to be a tough love video today. And the reason for that is that I think that one of the things I had to learn and that I want to try and get across to as many of you as I can is that all the while in my 46 years of being overweight, that my mentality was poor me. I had some ups and downs in my life, as of course we all do, and I know that I became a victim of my circumstances. And if I want you to take one thing from this video today and from the newsletter that's coming out later today, for those of you who aren't my clients, and if you're interested, if you go to my Facebook Cambridge Weight Plan Sonia Christie Facebook page, there is always a link every Friday when the newsletter comes out, and you can see the old archives of the newsletters I do as well. And the thing today is this, and that's stop being a victim. If I want you to take one thing from this video is just stop being a victim of your circumstances in your life. I know that we all have tough lives. I'm not even going to go into the details of my life, but my life's been tough too. But it wasn't until I started to take responsibility for dealing with that and putting myself first that I was able to then start taking control of my weight and therefore my own happiness. Yes, it's hard, particularly when you've got kids, because you feel a responsibility to them and having to put them first, and particularly if you've got money worries and all the other stuff that we have to deal with in our lives. But I firmly believe now that it's not a selfish act to put me first, to put me on the top of that list. I think I was, for most of my life, especially when I became a mum, and much as I adore my children and I will always put them first, I think for a long time I wasn't even bottom of the pile in my family. I didn't feature at all because I was so busy looking after them. And that meant that because I didn't care for me, I didn't prioritise myself at all. And it's only now that I do that I realise that by putting me first, and it's not selfish, I don't see it selfish anymore, but by being selfish, if that's the word you want to use, I'm actually so much a better mum and a better wife because of that, because I'm happier and I'm a better role model for my kids, being a healthy BMI now. I've got more energy to do stuff with them. And so putting me first and my happiness first. A really good example of this is I was really worried that my daughter she's now nearly 21, and I was worried that she would be affected because in her formative years I had been so overweight, and we had a bit of a chat about that as she was older, and she said to me that she didn't feel that my being overweight had ever affected her, but that by my taking control of my weight and looking after myself had given her permission to look after herself. Wow. So if you're worried about putting yourself first and the impact it will have on your family and your relationships, don't. I know it's hard, but you have got to be the one who is going to be accountable for taking responsibility for yourself and your own problems. Become a problem solver in your life. If you feel you've not got enough money to buy healthy food, figure out a way that you do put that as your priority, because that will make you a healthier, happier person. If you've got stresses in your life that are going on, well, instead of thinking, oh, poor me, I've got this that I've got to deal with, well, look at what techniques you need to employ to actually manage that stress. There are zillions of them out there now. I recently posted on our private Facebook page about Zen tangles, which is a new thing that a friend of mine has introduced me to, which is a form of almost meditative art. Yoga, meditation, breathing exercises, swimming, knitting, weeding massage. One of my clients today was telling me that when she gives a massage to others, she gets a great sense of calm. If stress is your thing, figure out what you need to do to deal with that so that you cope with it better. Be accountable, be responsible for sorting out what it is that you need to do to look after yourself. I told you it was going to be a tough love one, didn't I? This is a really harsh thing to say now, but no one is coming to rescue you. You are your own hero in your life. You have got to be the one who looks after yourself. It's not selfish to do that. You only live once. Don't blow it.